गुड इवनिंग बच्चों, सब कैसे हैं? आई थिंक आई एम लाइव नाउ. यस. All good. Everything is going fine. Good evening बच्चों. Yes. So after a very long time we are back to our classes, right? And I think some one or two teachers came in between to teach you magnetism also, right? And so we will be starting with a new chapter, right? Magnetism is almost was almost over, and we will be starting the next chapter, that is electromagnetic induction. Okay, so let me just check how many of you are there. Okay, JNV Rajkot is there, Jalgaon, Silvassa, Sangli, JNV ZMSSC018. Can you rename yourself? JNB ZMSSC018. Chalo. So without wasting much time, let's start the topic. Electromagnetic induction. So it is a topic which is studied just after magnetism because it is connected to magnetism, of course, right? And we will be studying with some connectivity, some formulas you should remember sometimes. And let's see. Okay, so we are going to start electromagnetic induction, EMI. Actually, it is a chapter which seems difficult but is very simple. Only 3-4 formulas are there in the whole chapter. Only those formulas come directly in the exam. Okay, so it is a very small chapter. In 2 days we will complete it, today and tomorrow. Today almost half I'll complete, tomorrow also half, we'll see. Okay, so let me quickly tell about the chapter, that what we are going to study. Okay, so bacho, first of all we will be starting with, just a second. Okay, so first of all we will be starting with magnetic flux. Okay, so we will be seeing what is magnetic flux. Magnetic flux, just like electric flux it is. Okay, then almost you have studied something about flux, I hope that. And after magnetic flux we will be studying some Faraday's laws. Okay, Faraday's law, Faraday law of electromagnetic induction, okay. Then we will be studying Lenz law. Okay, Lenz law, and we will be studying in a story mode, okay, what actually happened, why these laws came into picture, right? Then induced EMF, we will be seeing induced EMF and how the induced EMF happens actually, and what is this EMF, right? And it is inducing in what, how it is inducing, right? And then we will be studying, after that self-induction is there, then LR circuits are there, inductors are there, charging of inductors, discharging of inductors, so many topics are there. So today we will be covering these major portions, right? So I hope you people are ready with the copies. Let's start with magnetic flux. Okay, so first of all, what is magnetic flux, bachcho? What is magnetic flux? If I take a magnet and if I take one iron piece, if I am so much far away from that magnet, if that iron piece is so much far away from that magnet, there will be no influence, right? This iron piece will not experience anything. For example, if I have these keys, right? These keys, let's say, are made up of iron, and this is a magnet. Here, now no influence is there. If I slowly bring closer, little bit, I will feel some force exerted by this magnet on this iron keys. So now it came in the influence of this magnetic material, right? If I bring more close, more influence. So to calculate or to understand this influence, we study them in terms of field lines. Okay, magnetic field lines. Simple. And now let's say if magnetic field lines is there in my environment, some magnet is there. Let's say in my laptop, some magnet is there. Some magnetic field lines are coming out of my laptop. Now, if I take, for example, this again, this remote, if I take, some magnetic field lines will cross this remote. The number of magnetic field lines crossing this remote is magnetic flux. Simple. The number of magnetic field lines crossing any area is magnetic flux. So here I have taken one diagram. Let's say this is North Pole. This is North Pole. This is South Pole. Okay. From north to south, magnetic field lines are going. And there is a small area inside it. Not perpendicular, but at some angle, right? So some lines will be crossing this area, correct? If I count all these lines, that is going to be the magnetic flux from this area, right? Now, there are some important conditions or necessary conditions for magnetic flux. What are the important conditions? That magnetic field lines should be uniform, means equally spaced, right? And traveling and parallel and traveling in the same direction. Second is the area vector should be parallel or anti-parallel to the magnetic field lines. So let's say this is an area, and let's say area vector of this area is in this direction. Okay. And these are the magnetic field lines. So these magnetic field lines will cross this area. If the magnetic field lines are parallel to this area vector, then we can say that, or we can count the number of magnetic field lines, right? So in this way, we will be calculating magnetic flux. I hope you have got the idea of what is magnetic flux. It is the number of field lines, magnetic field lines crossing an area. So just let's read this statement. The magnetic flux linked with the surface held in a magnetic field is defined as the number of magnetic lines of force crossing that area. Okay. If theta is the angle between the direction of the field and normal to the area means area vector, then flux is equal to BA, B dot A, or BA cos theta. I'll tell you the story of this BA or B dot A. So for a small time, let's forget this BA. Okay. Nothing is there. Chalo. So magnetic field lines are there. This is the area. Let us say that there is some area which is having area vector as perpendicular to the magnetic field lines. Let's say area of this disk is A and magnetic field lines intensity is B vector. Since I can see the area vector of this area is almost parallel to the magnetic field line. So I'll say flux, which is denoted by phi, is equal to B dot A, or let's say BA, simple, B into A. Okay, just magnitudes multiplied. So magnetic magnetic field intensity into area. This is the magnetic flux. Clear? Now, if I tilt this, good evening, JNV Sangli. If I tilt this area little bit, now the magnetic field lines are not parallel to the area vector. So we have to take the component which is parallel to the area vector. So let's say if I tilted a bit, okay. And now the area vector is somewhere here. And the magnetic field lines again are in the same direction only. Okay. So how much the angle it is making with, this magnetic field lines are making with the area vector, that component we have to take in the direction of the component of magnetic field lines, we have to take in the direction of area vector, right? So this is area vector, this is magnetic field lines. So how we will take the component A ka cos, right? So what will be the flux now? Flux is equal to B into A into cos theta. And if I come in the vector form or scalar form, I can say this is a scalar product only. So I can say it is B vector dot A vector. Okay. So this is also flux. Now I hope you can understand this formula which was written here. The same is written here. So what is flux? Magnetic field multiplied by area vector and their dot product. Clear? Chalo. So this is clear. Note it quickly. Whatever you want to note from this page in your language, you can use your native language also, Hindi, English, Kannada, Marathi, Bihari. Any doubt, बच्चों? चलो. So let's move forward. आगे चलते हैं. Okay. What is the SI unit of flux? Let's find out the SI unit of flux. Bachcho, do you remember in the previous chapter, which is magnetic effects of current, we have seen in the end of the chapter that let's say there is a magnetic field influenced area, and if in that a particle goes in, let's say positive charge goes in, it will experience let's say it goes in with a velocity of v, it will experience some force, right? And by the right hand palm rule you can find the direction of that force, and that force will act in such a way that it will do a circular motion, right? It will do a circular motion, and finally it will come out. Finally it will come out, right? So radius of this circle, do you remember it is r is equal to mv by qb, where m is the mass of that particle, v is the velocity of the particle, q is the charge on that particle, and b is the magnetic field. Correct? With the help of this only we are going to find the SI unit of flux, right? So SI unit of flux, as we have studied, phi is equal to BA cos theta. Cos theta does not have any unit, unitless. So B dot A has unit of L square. Now, first of all, we will find dimensions, right? Now to find B, we can use this formula. So B is equal to mv upon qr. Mass is capital M, velocity is LT minus 1. Velocity is distance upon time, right? So distance is L, upon time is T, LT minus 1, divided by Q. Q we can write as charge. Charge is equal to IT, means current into time, right? So A, current ka dimensional formula is A, representation is A, and time ka is T, into R is length, radius is length. So bachcho, from here L will get cancelled out and we'll get M T minus 1 A, T minus 2A. Okay, we'll put it here. So M T minus 2A dot L square. So phi is equal to ML2 T minus 2 A to the power minus 1. Okay, upon A. So this is the dimensional formula. I just want to tell you something. Listen here. This dimension is of energy. Okay, or we can say it is joules. If you take kinetic energy, half mv square, m mass ka, b square L2 T minus 2. So mL2 T minus 2 is the work or energy dimensional formula. That's why I've written here joules. Joules, A, ampere is of current. Okay. So joules per current, this is also called Weber, WB. And this is the SI unit. Clear? So you got the dimensional formula also, you got the SI unit also, and you have understood that energy upon current, energy per unit current is the flux. Okay. Sorry, energy per unit current, nahi, energy per unit area. Just a second, just a second. Energy per unit current. Okay, here is -1. Chalo. So whatever you want to note it quickly, then we will move forward. So SI unit mein you just have to remember Weber. Okay. Chale. Okay. So here is a small question. I hope you people can do it. Please try. I'll give you 2 minutes. Okay. Schools, please participate in the question solving. Whenever you get answer, the person who is sitting on the computer, type the answer. Okay. Start. Simple question. Just the utilization of formula that we have studied. Chalo, I got the answer from JNV Rajkot. Anyone else want to give the answer? अरे सिंपल क्वेश्चन है, यूज द फॉर्मूला. कैसे बच्चे हो? Phi is equal to B dot A. Correct? Flux is equal to magnetic field lines passing through an area. Magnetic field B, area A, B dot A. Chalo, let's do it quickly. देखो सब लोग, all of you, pay attention here. So it is telling there is a loop of wire placed in a magnetic field. Okay, find the flux through the loop if the area is this. So flux is equal to B vector dot A vector. B vector is 0.3 j cap dot 2I plus 5j minus 3k. Okay. So I is not there, J is there, K is not there in the magnetic field, right? So I will be 0. 0.3 J into J. It is 1.5 plus 0 again. So flux is equal to 1.5 Webers. Clear? Chalo, let's move to next question. Very simple question. Those who didn't get it, please note it. Quick. 10 seconds. Next question. I'll read the question once. Okay. A loop of area 0.06 meter square, 0.06 meter, sorry, 0.06 meter square is placed in a magnetic field of 1.2 Tesla with its plane inclined, means theta is equal to 30 degrees, plane inclined 30 degrees to the field direction. Find the flux linked with the plane of the loop. So flux you have to find. जल्दी से कर दो, do it fast. Quick. a bit slow I am going, right? I'll increase the speed. Jaldi se, if you do fast, I'll increase the speed. We can learn a lot of things. We can touch AC generator also today. Not physically, in course. That small motors you see na? In radio controlled cars. The working of that we will see if you do it fast today. Chalo, I am doing it on the board. Hai. Those who are doing do. Those who are not getting, look here. Okay. Look here, all of you. Understood? B dot A, BA cos theta, all things are given, put them, you'll get the answer. Okay. Calculation is your job. Angle should be 60 degrees. Acha. Okay. Chalo, let's see by diagram. Rajkot. Dekhte hai na? It is telling, look here. Find the flux linked with the plane. So it is telling that the magnetic field with its plane inclined 30 degree to the field direction. Okay. So plane is inclined at 30 degrees. So this is the plane. First of all, let's make the magnetic field lines. भाई प्लेन बना लेते हैं. Okay, this plane bachcho is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees with the lines. 30 degrees with the lines, right? Okay, तो जो हमने एंगल निकाला था वो कहां से था? That angle was from where? Think. यहाँ पे I have written cos 30. Rajkot has raised a question that angle should be 60 degrees. Is it correct or wrong? Others JNVs. Quick. We have to cover a lot of portion fast. We have to listen, all of you. We have to make the plane perpendicular to the field. Simple. So either you transpose or either you take the component of magnetic field or you take the component of plane, right? So here the magnetic field, let's say, if I see the side diagram will be like this. This is the plane. This is the plane, right? It is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees with the magnetic field line. So this is B vector and this is plane, right? It is inclined with 30 degrees. Okay. Now, if I take cos theta, cos 30, if I take, so what I am doing, I am making the plane parallel to the magnetic field lines, but we have to do perpendicular, correct? So actually the thing is, this is not theta here. This is 90 minus theta, which is given in the question. Okay. So the angle should be 60 degrees, right? So cos 60 is 1/2. Okay. Very good, Rajkot. So all of you pay attention. चले आगे. Shall we move? Is it clear? क्या इस डाउट से क्लियर हुआ? The angle should be with what? Great. Now let's come to again the flux. Okay, flux is BA cos theta. This we have already seen. But how we can change this flux? Acha, we can change this flux either changing magnetic field, है ना? If we change the magnetic field intensity by any means, if we bring two magnets, magnetic field will increase. Or we can change the area, increase the area, more magnetic field lines will cross, flux is changed. Or change the theta. If it was at 30 degrees with area vector, let's say make it as 60 degrees. Again, the flux will change. So it can be changed by three methods. Acha, why we are changing flux? Question is that also, no? Sir, why you are changing flux? What is the need of changing flux? Actually, by changing flux, some observations were observed by a scientist called Faraday. So for that observations, those were very good observations. Nowadays, the working of motors and all that you all see, na, completely based on Faraday's laws. So flux can be changed when area changes, when magnetic field changes, or when theta changes. Okay. So this was the scientist Michael Faraday, and he gave something called law of electromagnetic induction. He said if you change the flux which is passing through a area, something is induced in it. Okay. Again, I'm repeating. When you change flux through an area or through a substance, some changes are there in that substance. Okay. So by a small simulation, let us understand what happens, right? See here, there is a magnet. Okay. And there is a loop on the right side. You can see loop of a wire. Galvanometer is attached on the top. Galvanometer means which senses the current. Correct. If current is there, the needle will fluctuate. If positive current means it will fluctuate right. Positive means if let's say current is going from left to right, it will go right. Current is going from right to left, it will go left. Okay. So when this magnet is moved like this, see here, you can see the positive charges in the wire is changing, means are moving. So this observation he did. He took a magnet and by chance he like moved that magnet. So magnetic field lines crossed, flux changed. Okay. When magnet will go closer, flux will increase from north side, right? When magnet will come out, again flux will change. So this changing induced current in the coil. So this observation was done by Faraday. Okay. So flux can be changed by bringing this magnet fast. If we bring more fast, more flux will be changing. Flux per unit time will be changing very fast. Okay. Also, we can rotate also the magnet. Okay. Right. So this also will create. Achha, these lines which you are seeing, these are magnetic field lines. Clear? In place of galvanometer, if I put a bulb, see the bulb. So this is an example of alternating current. This is happening very slowly. That's why we can see the bulb glowing, then it is not glowing. On, off, on, off, on, off. But for our electricity which comes in our house, it has a frequency of 50 hertz. Sorry, 60 hertz, 60 to 50 hertz, right? So it is very fast that we see bulb glowing continuously. Okay. So I hope you got the idea of how the flux change creates current if that is a closed loop in a circuit. If circuit is not closed, then how the current will be induced, right? Okay, so Faraday law of electromagnetic induction tells that when a conductor is placed in varying magnetic field and electromotive force is induced. Electromotive force, EMF, is induced. Likewise, if the conductor circuit is closed, if that conductor circuit is closed, a current is induced, okay, which is called induced current, okay. So this is Faraday law of electromagnetic induction. If you want to note, or you will get this in NCERT also, the definition. Let's go more practically, okay. So the first and second law, quickly read it. Jaldi se padho. Read it quickly. Read for 10-15 seconds, quick. Okay. Chalo, let me read it quickly. The first wala statement is very simple. That I already told you. Whenever an amount of magnetic flux linked with a closed circuit changes, an EMF is induced, right? Chalo. Second law, what it is telling? It is telling the magnitude of EMF induced in that coil or in that conductor is directly proportional. The EMF is directly proportional to the rate of change of flux. For example, if the flux is changing very fast, means if I say this magnet is rotating slow, see the positive charge movement in the wire, it is slow. If rotation increases very fast, see the movement of charges in the wire, fast. Okay, so what Faraday told in the second law, that the EMF induced in the circuit or in that conductor is directly proportional to the rate of change of flux, which is d phi by dt. Clear? Simple? Chalo. What happened actually? This was given by Faraday. Okay, so Faraday ne jo bataya, he told that K, if let's say I put a coil and if I pass a magnet inside that coil, some EMF will be induced and current will flow. But he was confused when direction came into picture. Are how the current will flow? Clockwise or anti-clockwise? Should I put the arrow like this or should I put the arrow like this? So to help him, who came into picture? Lens. Not that lens, optic wala lens nahi. This lens. Enrich, Friedrich Emil lens. Okay. He came into picture and he told, कि भाई direction I'll tell you, don't worry. So he told कि it states that the direction of current or direction of this EMF basically is induced in a conductor by changing the magnetic field is such that the magnetic field created by the induced opposes the changes in the initial magnetic field. This is a statement. If you don't understand, I'll tell you practically. So look here. Let's say this magnet is going inside. Okay. This magnet is going inside. So when it will go inside, now how many field lines are crossing this area? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sorry. When it will go inside, this 5 and 6 will also come in. 5 and 6 will also come in. So basically flux is increasing. Flux is increasing. Clear? Now this coil will say, oh, north is coming towards me. So I will also make north and repel it. So I will go against the rules. Okay. This north is coming inside of me. I will make north in my side. So like this, it will make north and south. Okay. And the magnetic field lines go from north. So magnetic field lines are increasing inside. This coil will create a magnetic field lines, which is upside like this. Okay. This type of magnetic field lines, it will try to, or it will oppose the magnetic field lines. And for these type of magnetic field lines, do you remember the right hand thumb rule? In a wire, if current is flowing like this, the magnetic field lines will be like this, holding the wire, right? Like this. So in the same case, if magnetic field lines are upside, means the current will be in this direction. In this direction. Okay. If you see from upside. Okay. So magnetic flux will increase. This coil will try to oppose it. And for opposing it, it will create an ultra magnetic field. And this magnetic field will only be created when this type of current exists in the wire. Okay. चलो अच्छा, इसको याद करने के लिए, to remember it, I'll just show you. Let's say this is the top view. Top view. If north is coming in, this coil will create north and south like this. If north is coming in, it will create north and south like this. And if I see from top, it will look somewhat like this. And I can see north written here. If you extend the edges of north, you will get the direction of current. है ना? Good strategy to remember, right? Sir, what will happen if north is going away? If bachcho north is going away, means it will try to attract north. If it will try to, it will oppose na, according to Lenz's law. So it will try to attract north, means it will create south on this side. If this is going upside, means north is going away. So it will try to attract that north by creating south here. So now the current will be in south and it will be ulta direction if you increase the edges. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Write in your own language whatever you need to write, right? So look here again. So if I talk about the first diagram, north is going inside. So right side will create north. बच्चों इधर क्या बन जाएगा? It will make north here. And if I extend, you can see the direction of current. Okay, which is anti-clockwise. And here will be south. Similarly here, north is going away. So this side will be south to attract the north. It will oppose. Okay, it is not a good son. A good son will never listen what his parents will say, right? Good son and good daughter. Sorry, bad son and bad daughter will never listen what his father, mother says or parent says. He will do or she will do the opposite of what they are saying, right? If they will say don't eat chips, he will eat chips. So it is like a bad son or bad daughter, right? So it will do opposite. So north is going away, it will try to attract by creating south, and south means this direction of the current. If you extend the edges, you'll get the direction. Clear? Okay, chalo, let's move forward. We have less time, huh? Jaldi se aage chalte. So read this question quickly. Jaldi se is question ko padho. You don't have to do, I will do it. Chalo. Look here. It is telling that there is a coil placed in the decreasing magnetic field applied perpendicular to the plane of coil. The magnetic field is decreasing at a rate of 10 Tesla per second. So dB by dt decreasing. How much? 10 Tesla per second. Find out the current and the magnitude, current in magnitude and direction. Okay, so we have to find the current, how much it will be induced, and in direction. So since magnetic field is coming out, by this we can identify it is coming out, but it is decreasing, right? Magnetic field is coming out, but it is decreasing. Decreasing means north is going away. Okay, so if I talk, for example, if I take the side view, okay, direction of magnetic field is somewhat like this. Okay, somewhat like this, and it is in decreasing nature. Means can I say north and south? Let's say some magnet was there. North say magnetic field lines were coming out, and it is decreasing. Decreasing means it is going away. So it will try to create south on this side and north on the front side. So this side will be north. So current will be anti-clockwise first of all. Clear? It has decreasing magnetic field, means north is going away. So that side will be south, means back side will be south, front side will be north, current will be anti-clockwise. Clear? Now let us find the current. So for finding current, we need to find EMF. So EMF is equal to change in flux, rate of change of flux, sorry. How much is the flux, bachcho? Flux is equal to B dot A. Magnetic field is Acha, magnetic field is not given. Rate of change of magnetic field is given. So we'll take the differentiation. d phi by dt is equal to dB by dt, because magnetic field is changing, area is constant, dot A. So dB by dt is 10 Tesla per second. So 10 dot A. We can put this here. So you'll get 10. Okay. 10 into. How much is the area? Area is 2 meters square. So 2. So it is 20 volts. Please note it. Note it quickly. Oh, very less time. If any doubt is there, please ask. So this is a topic which you will get about 70-80% in the first go. Okay. This is a topic which needs your work. Actually, it is based on imagination. Na? So it will need your work. You have to do some questions to identify how we can easily find the direction of current, induced current. Okay. So if you are getting little things also, it's fine. Chalo, let's move forward. Let's come to AC generator. In small motors, if you have observed, if you open that motor, you will see a shaft. On that shaft, some copper coils are wound. This is that only. But it has taken only one copper coil. Okay. There are magnets attached at the walls of that motor, right? And this shaft inserts easily in that, right? So I'll just show you a small demonstration of the motor. Achha, it is rotating now also. Let us stop it. Okay. So this is that motor, right? So what happens? Listen here, all of you. Here you can see some area, right? This is the area. Okay. When this loop is in this 90 degree, acha, in this case, the magnetic field lines crossing this area is 0. The flux is 0 because the area is almost 0. There is no thickness of this wire. But when it becomes 90 degree, then flux is maximum. Then again it will rotate 0, maximum, 0, maximum, 0, maximum. Means flux is changing continuously. If flux is changing, bachcho, what will be induced? EMF will be induced. And since it is forming a closed loop, current will flow. Right? Okay. Chalo, look here. So magnetic field lines in green color are shown, right? And there is a loop, only one wire is shown. But in that real motor, so many wires are there to get more torque. Okay, to get more power. So see here how it will rotate. If it is rotate like this, means flux is changing continuously. Okay, and you can see the direction of current also. It is first the charges are moving forward, then backward, then forward, then backward. This is AC current, right? In this way only AC generators work. If I increase the speed of charges moving also increase, means the current increases. If I increase it more, current more increases, current more increases. Okay. And you can also see the interaction of the magnetic field lines with the coil. Okay, so coil is distorting the magnetic field lines. Why it is distorting? Because it is following Lenz's law. Okay, Lenz's law means it will resist the change. Okay, so it is like some water is there, inside that water you are trying to rotate something, so that little bit resistance is there, na? That type of resistance. In galvanometer you can see the readings. If I put a bulb, that bulb will glow back, glow back, glow back. So if this speed is like 50-60 hertz, sorry, 50-60 revolutions per second, then this bulb will appear like it is glowing continuously, right? Chalo. Anyways, so this is a motor, right? And in this motor, bacho, please pay attention here. I'm going to give you another very important formula, right? So in this motor, if I talk about, let's say this motor is rotating with omega. Okay, angular velocity is omega. Angular velocity, correct? So if it is rotating with angular velocity omega, after some time, let's say this was the area vector. Now area vector will become like this. So after some time, let's say it rotated by theta. After some time t, let's say it rotated by theta. Okay. So how much is theta? Theta is equal to omega t. Clear? Why I'm telling this, we'll come to know. Okay. So theta is omega t. I hope this is clear, right? Since it is rotating continuously, it will cover some theta, some angular displacement. That angular displacement in time t is omega t. Clear? Chalo. Now let's see flux. But of flux is equal to, we have seen b dot a dot cos theta. Correct? But this is for one loop. One loop. If there are 10 loops, so 10 ba cos theta. Because for each loop, the flux will change. If there are n loops, so it will be n ba cos theta. So, bacho, what is n? N is number of loops. Number of loops. Clear? In place of theta, I can substitute from here the value because theta is changing continuously, right? So I can say phi is equal to nba cos of omega t. But what we want EMF. So EMF is d phi by dt. So let us differentiate it. EMF is equal to d phi by dt. With respect to time, we have to differentiate, right? So it will be nba cos theta differentiation is minus sin theta sin omega t, and then omega t ka differentiation with respect to time is dot omega, right? So EMF is equal to d phi by dt, which is minus nba omega sin theta. Acha bacho, one thing I want to tell you which I missed by mistake. Let us go back a little bit. So direction of induced current was given by Lenz. Okay, and Lenz, what he told? He told that magnetic field created by induced current opposes the change. So we have studied the formula ba cos theta. But after the suggestion of Lenz, Faraday start to put in flux minus ba cos theta. Or let's say in EMF. In EMF, he used to put. So I'll just mention where we have to little bit change. Here, see here. Okay, so this minus was introduced by Faraday after Lenz's law's help. Okay, so this minus you have to remember. So where to use this minus now? See, look here. So E is equal to minus d phi by dt, and minus minus will become plus. Okay, so plus NBA sine theta, and theta is omega t. Okay, so this is an important formula. right? Plus NBA omega sin omega t. Acha, if I see the maximum value of EMF, so maximum value will be when sin omega t is 1, that is NBA omega. Okay, note karte jao, very simple. And if this formula we rewrite, we can write E is equal to E max. E max, sometimes it is written, sometimes it is written E naught. Okay, meaning is same. So I'll write E naught. E naught. Here also I'll write E naught sine omega t. Clear? Please note it quick. Please note it. चलो AC generator के बाद let's do a small question, okay, and then we'll wrap up the class. So tomorrow I will be increasing the speed. Please read and come nicely, okay. चलो, so there is a small question which came in JEE Mains. JEE Mains में इतना बेकार question आया. JEE Mains, can you tell the answer quickly? Can you tell the answer quickly? Read the question. हाँ भाई, आंसर. आगरा, बॉम्बे, चाइना, दिल्ली. सिंपल. वेरी गुड. राजकोट. अरे अभी तो बताया. जस्ट नाउ आई टोल्ड. मैक्सिमम पूछा है ना भाई. इट हैज आस्क्ड मैक्सिमम. व्हिच इज द करेक्ट आंसर? ऑप्शन ए. जेई मींस 4 मार्क्स प्लस 4 हो गया. ओके, चलो. सो बच्चों इतना रखते हैं अपन. ओके, सो इन टुमारोज क्लास लिटिल बिट फास्ट आई विल गो. टुडे थोड़ा सा स्लो गया हूं मैं. इन टुमारोज क्लास वी विल बी स्टडिंग फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मोशनल ईएमएफ. ओके, मोशनल ईएमएफ के बाद बच्चों वी विल बी स्टडिंग induced EMF due to rotation of rod. Okay, then we will proceed with the LR circuit. Okay, so please whatever is done today, read and come. Okay, quickly मैं revise करा देता हूँ in 30 seconds. Look here all of you, जल्दी से fast. चलो भाई, तो magnetic flux, what is magnetic flux? It is the number of magnetic field lines crossing an area. The formula is BA, B dot A. Okay, dot product of magnetic field and area, which is also BA cos theta. Theta is the angle between area vector and the magnetic field lines. इसके लिए एक गलती यहाँ पे करी थी मैंने. I have done a mistake which we corrected later on, right? SI unit of magnetic flux is Webers, which is also energy upon current. Okay, then उसके बाद there was a need to change this magnetic flux which was observed by Faraday. Faraday ने बोला कि भाई if you change magnetic flux, some induced EMF will be there, and if that circuit is closed, then you will get induced current. Okay, which completely changed the machines that we use now are completely based on Faraday's laws, and an invention of motor happens there. So when a conductor or when a magnetic field is increased, then the direction was given by Lenz. Okay, Lenz ने क्या बोला कि magnetic field created by the induced current opposes the change. So he gave the direction and he told कि for example, if the magnetic field lines are increasing, then that loop or that circuit will try to oppose that increase. It will try to decrease it by creating an opposite magnetic field. Okay, so for example, this magnet is coming inside this wire or this loop. It will induce another north this side to oppose this north, because north opposes each other, right? And the direction of current will be anti-clockwise direction. Okay, then AC generator we have seen, and we have seen the formula of EMF in AC generator, right? Chalo, so that's it बच्चों for today. Any doubt? अगर doubt नहीं है then you can go. That's it. We'll meet in the next class. चलो, we'll end the class then, okay? थोड़ा सा participation बढ़ाओ, little bit increase the participation so that I will also be not bored by only speaking, right? चले, चलो, we'll meet in the next class. Till then, bye bye and have an awesome dinner.